Doomed romantic narratives peek into the relationship where people struggle to love freely due to the external pressures, including patriarchy, domestic violence, and xenophobia. Composers explore doomed romance according to the cultures and beliefs of their time. Browning was born during the Victorian era where society believed that males were always superior. This is reflected in his poems, My Last Duchess and For Furious Lover, which provoke the audience by having the male persona go to the extreme degree to possess their lovers. This contrasts to Sarah Crossan and Brian Conahan's Become Apart, which is set in the contemporary era. However, both texts touches on sensitive subjects that causes aggressiveness and jealousy in a relationship. The three texts use a variety of styles and language to send the message about its context. Doomed romance in My Last Duchess is portrayed through the patriarchy society because men thought of women as objects for entertainment, which led to violence and extreme control in relationships. The Duke is a delusional narcissist who symbolizes male superiority. He abuses his authority and influence to tame and control the Duchess. The Duke introduces the listener to the statue of Notice Neptune taming a seahorse that is made for him. The mythological allusion to Neptune, the god of sea, reflects the Duke's ego to dominate. The Duke wishes to rule and tame his Duchess with ease, just like Neptune taming the seahorse. This illuminates the ego of men wanting to dominate during the Victorian era. He also forces his requests in imperative voice such as, will please you sit and will please you stand. The Duke remains standing while he forces the guest to sit and view him from a sitting position, thus inflicting his superiority by force, which links back to the idea of male superiority. The poem is structured in a continuous verse with no pauses, which mimics a non-stop but inconsiderate thinking pattern of the Duke. The extreme control of the iambic, pentameter, and rhyming couplets reflects the Duke's commanding mindset. On the other hand, the Jamman proves the Duke has no control of what he is capable of when under the influence of jealousy and rage. From the text, the reader can tell that Duke is self-obsessed and only wants to satisfy his own pleasure, causing him to misuse his authority to abuse the Duchess. This way, Browning confronts the dilemma about patriarchy and how it causes doomed romance because of the lack of communication and trust. For Furious Lover also conveys how patriarchy leads to a doomed romance because of man's ego to dominate. In the beginning, Fafira is more dominant as a female compared to the male persona. When the persona says, she put my arm about her waist, the use of visual imagery shows Fafira's empowerment over the persona, as she is the one guiding him around her body. This challenges the stereotype of women at that time, causing the persona to feel uncertain about his power in this relationship. At this instant, the audience gets a glimpse of the persona's unbalanced mental state with the intense asymmetrical rhyme scheme. After strangling Porphyria, the persona states, and I, its love, am gaining stead. The poem shifts from a passive tone to a joyous one, shown by the exclamation mark. The persona gains satisfaction from dominating Porphyria's body. The persona also mimics Porphyria's action by laying her head on his shoulder, juxtaposing to show the alternation of power. These actions show all the persona wants from this relationship is supremacy, which leads to an abusive relationship with a doomed ending. From this, Browning criticizes the effect of male superiority during his time and how it leads to an ego for murder in order to possess your lover. We Come Apart explores the theme of doomed romance in the modern world, caused by external barriers shown through the eyes of two teenagers battling against abusive relationship and xenophobia. Comprehensible English used by Nico shows his non-existing voice in the current society, and how defenseless he is when insulted with derogatory terms such as ISIS slug and dirty immigrant. These modern slang symbolizes a barricade between Nico and Jess's relationship, as no one will approve Jess being with a dirty immigrant. Also, when Niku says people believing white girl but me, they seeing only gypsy boy with criminal paper. This emphasizes the society's unfair treatment towards immigrants. Niku's lack of vocabulary shown by the simplicity of the sentence, anticipating his inability to express his opinion, making the audience pity him, therefore being upset with the society and seeing foreigners as outcasts. The concern of domestic violence is established with the assault of Louise, who is powerless to fight back. Terry is characterized as a wild animal with his red eyes, lip-licking, and bull-sniffing appearance. With the use of zoomorphism and accumulative listing, the writers create fear and anger in the heart of the audience. The audiences therefore sympathize with Louise while disgust at Terry's violent behavior. These issues create a tragic ending for the two lovers as they fail to win against domestic violence and society's xenophobic behavior. Doomed romance narrative has been explored through the pitiful lovers to communicate the contextual ideas and concerns occurring at the time. Robert Browning criticizes the issue of patriarchy during the Victorian era, which causes men to brutalize their lover, while Sarah Crosland and Brian Conahan challenges the contemporary issues of xenophobia and domestic violence.